My question is hip hop a psyop? You know? So we're just having a long discussions, and this is just part 6 of the discussion. But it sure do influences, and it's the braggadocious culture. You know what I'm saying? Because of the influences, the vibration that you feel. And you're getting a whole heap of hell because hip hop is a psyop and it leads to hell. There's the two sides of the hip hop. And I'm really talking about the psyop part where it's leading people astray and in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, braggadocious is show you what I have. I got this, and this is me. And then you got the YNs out there that like, I'm gonna go get that, and boom, you lose your life. Look what happened to all the rappers that's passed on from the street situations. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the individuals besides rappers, just regular individual that passed on because what's went on in the streets from being what I have or what you got. What up, everybody? How was all doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope you get back on track sooner or later. So you can act your thing. Alright? Welcome back to the hip hop discussion. Part 6. You know? On this journey, on this life. You know, sometimes you sit back and you can't imagine yourself doing this, imagine yourself doing that. Put yourself in positions. Right? And it's all from influences. What you see as a young person. What's possible, the possibilities of things, the possibilities of a life you have, life you can live. But the influences, though, that you pick up, and you see yourself want to live a certain way and want to be in a certain thing. Just start making moves and doing things, you know what I mean? The pressures of life, the negatives in life, the horribleness in life, the program you receive coming up, everything is all in the play. The social engineering, the setup of certain sectors of society. You don't want to get caught up in that because it's a play. Everything is a play in reality. For the powers that be to stay in control. To stay control over everything in life. You know? And I ask if hip hop is a psyop because it's part of that system that's controlling our reality, our world. Social engineering, man. And you wonder how come they invented the internet and all these different social media networks. You know? Social engineering to engineer society a certain way. So the hip hop psyop, the braggadocious, show me what you have. And then it's telling because if you listen to the music, see the direction where they're going, it doesn't make any sense. You know? But within the last year or two, Kendrick got a strong hold on the good aspect of hip hop, where the universal platform that it has, he's actually saying something within these lines, but you just have to see it and be able to hear it. You know? He dusted Drake in that battle. You know what I mean? But you have to hear the language is what he's saying. You have to hear what he's speaking. And that's what hip-hop is. The lyrical contribution or painting these pictures, words with meaning behind them. Well, you have to listen to them, you know what I mean? You have to see what hip-hop's supposed to be other than what hip-hop is right now. You know? And that's dope. Remember, Kendrick been lyrical since day one, and he ain't never changed or shifted his style. He's just being himself. And there's that part of hip hop as well that was been covered up, been hidden, been thrown to the back. Because lyricism was an earlier part of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their lyrics and their different styles. Everybody had their own individual styles, because remember, if you copy somebody else, you're going to get called out for it by everybody. So nobody copied anybody else, and everybody was lyrical, rhyming. But it shifts in these times. So Kendrick shifting it back to the original art form. You know, you can still be braggadocious, just got to come tight with it, because if you're not, everybody going to jump down to your whack stuff, you know what I mean? But there's the two sides of the hip hop, and I'm really talking about the psyop part, where it's leading people astray and in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, braggadocious is show you what I have. I got this. This is me. And then you got the YNs out there that like, I'm gonna go get that, and boom, you lose your life. Look what happened to all the rappers that's passed on from the street situations. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the individuals besides rappers, just regular individual that passed on because what's went on in the streets from being what I have and what you got. You're making moves, doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? And it's all part of the game. Because remember what I said about the project? Are you gonna make it out? Right? And with that influences that's out there, and the influence that hip hop put on your mind, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Opportunity's not there. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever opportunity that's available, you're not really seeing it because you're seeing other things. Or some people that's in a good situation, and all they have to do is apply themselves. Don't necessarily see that. All they have to do is apply themselves, but they see the other way of life, and they verge towards that and get into that life. You know what I'm saying? Because of the influences, the vibration that you feel. And you're getting a whole heap of hell because hip-hop is a psyop and it leads to hell. Even though the other side, where, like I said, Kendrick, right? He stayed true to himself. He spoke the truth in his lyrics. He kept it 100. So there's that real hip-hop. But then there's the other side of hip-hop as well. The make no sense rap. They call it mumble rap. Now it's what there's always been street rap, right? But now it's drill rap and a lot of busted head stuff. That makes no sense. I guess it's like fast food. That's just today's right now. That fades away when it plays and goes away. You don't hear that no more in 20 years. And I don't know, man. My question is hip-hop a psyop? You know? So we're just having a long discussions, and this is just part 6 of the discussion. And remember, I came up in the golden era. And even towards the end of the golden era, when Nelly and them talking about show me this and show me that, and when, you know, Cash Money, everybody out bling bling and showing off. Y'all showing all these things, but everybody else don't have it. That's crazy. And now the few rappers that's showing off get themselves killed, get themselves robbed. And even worse than that, they're faking it. They're buying the fake jewelry stuff. But where's all leading to, though? The life is leading to, where's it leading to? You know what I mean? Where is it all leading to? Is it leading to success? A grander life? Calm, peace? Be able to sit back and relax and think and, you know, fulfill your journey? In the end? Or not even in the end, but just as you go along? That's where you gotta look at it now. What is the hip-hop psyop about? Is it for you to get trapped up in the system? That's sitting there waiting with all the traps for you to fall right into? These influences that influence you to go out and go get your bag. Not in a way that you can grow, but in a way more that's gonna throw you backwards. See, I'm holding the vibe because positive begets positive, negative begets negative. You have that choice in the matter of how you move, how you think, how you feel. You feel me? We all want to win. I want to win. We all want to be successful. I know you do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I'm a hip-hop lover, you know? I fell in love with hip-hop back in 1993. Now, I'm more of an artist, more of a entertainment lover, and music overall in general, not just hip-hop genre, but all genres of music I'm interested in. So I make all kind of vibes when I make the sounds, the rhythms and the patterns, you know, because life is so much than just one small box. That's just one small piece, you know, and hip-hop is one small piece. You feel me? It's an element, right, you can use and build and grow. And you gotta follow society ways, because obviously that path is tricky and you don't know what's to come, but you already know about stories or people told from their testimony. You know what I mean? Or you can just take a path of your own and see where it leads to. Or you can go mix yourself up in those systems and get caught up. I remember when years ago, right? They was like, yeah man, go get a record deal. And y'all should get the biggest contract you can get. Because once you get the biggest contract, then you got more money, you can stunt, get jewelry, houses, and all that stuff. But wait, they're not saying the real part about that. The biggest contract you can get, the more money you get, is the more money you gotta pay back. So when you get all your money, you buy all your jewelry, your shine, your house, your cars, and everything, do you have enough to make something that you can recoup? Make something good enough to make all that money back? You know what I'm saying? And that's where the psyop comes in and leave people stuck. Some get stuck in hell. Others stuck in the struggle like a regular person going through the struggles of the Matrix. Survive, busy, surviving, and surviving wise. You know what I'm saying? You know why, right? Because once you get that much money you can get, now you're going to be braggadocious in the car, the house, the jewelry, you got to look the part. Your video was running number one, but remember you need more than one song, but you know what I'm saying? Somebody on the verge of making it, somebody just getting contract. Yeah, man, you got to look at these things in them. And see the psyop for what it is. And the psyop, a psychological operation, make you think a certain way and get you trapped up. All part of this matrix, yo. You know what I mean? We all in it. It's all about survival, right? But at the same time, it's about your journey, your experience. It's about your gifts. You know what I mean? But I asked the question though: is hip hop a psyop? You know what I mean? You let me know what y'all think. This is part 6. You can tap in and watch the other parts. You feel me? Because we're at part 6 right now. It's going to be an ongoing series. I don't know how long it's going to go. It's the vibration. The matrix system, the regular life that we still got to survive. We fight against inflation, tax increase. You know, the gas prices up and down. We're still fighting about our regular survival. Much as being a part of an industry that wants you to get trapped up, wants you in the red, want to use you to keep building their thing so they stay in control of the whole situation. And it's insane, it's crazy. But I'm just holding the vibe on the whole thing and asking questions and holding the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for making it this far in the video. If you vibe and drop a comment, you know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button. It helps. I gladly appreciate that, you know? Yeah, man. This is a hip-hop discussion. Is hip hop a psyop? And that's the question. It's the main question overall. You know? But it sure do influences, and it's a braggadocious culture. And that influences, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you hear good music, good bars, good beats. It definitely influences, and maybe you can do it. But at what cost? You know what I'm saying? At what cost? Daniel Star. Catch you on the next one. CLP, it's all love. Catch you on the next hip hop discussion. It's hip hop a psyop. Love it? It's all love. 100.